Hello everyone, it's Simmuz here. Welcome to a brand new video in the Sims 4 and the brand new decade. I was about to say year, but it's also the first video in a brand new decade. It's 2020 and we are in a brand new decade. And to, give a little party moment about this decade, I guess. Hopefully it's gonna be good and hopefully you guys are having a good 2020. It's right now the 4th, then me recording this video and this voiceover. Actually, the video I recorded a little bit earlier. Yeah, hopefully you guys are having a good 2020 and yeah, I'm actually doing pretty well. If you don't know, I am working right now, so I cannot post as much, but I really wanted to do this kind of video for my first video in 2020. So this is the build that is the 2020 build, and you can obviously already download it on the gallery. It's on the gallery under hashtag Simmuz, or use Simmuz like here on YouTube without spaces for my origin ID, or I don't know what I called it, so I don't really remember that, but you can obviously check it out and let me know what you think about this build. In this build there are 3 different apartments. I think 3. Yeah, no, maybe 4 in the end. Maybe I did 4 in the end, 1 for each number. Yeah, I think so. I was starting with 3, with the idea of 3 different apartments, but in the end there are 4. The entrance is in one on every single number. You can have a different entrance, and you can have with the new roommate version of the Sims 4 with now that with Discover University, there are roommates added in the game, and the roommates work in a very cool way so that you can use them even in a house like this and have them live in the other apartments just by locking the doors and everything. And you can have actual neighbors living in these apartments, and that's actually very cool. You can choose your own and then move some other Sims in the others, or actually I don't think you can move them. I think you can only call with the phone and ask for a roommate, and the roommate is gonna show up. But you can see right now I'm still working on the 3 apartments, but I'm gonna change it after. And right now I'm creating these entrances on this side, just to have an entrance to each apartment. And here is the 2020, as you can see, and here on the other side I decided to do both sides because of the fact that also with the doors having to be put in, I would lose a little bit of the number feel on this side. So I felt like if I had the 2020 on both sides, it would be first a little bit cooler, and second a little bit easier to see the number when you are just watching the build and you don't know exactly what it is, even though at the same time it's called 2022, so I mean, you probably know what it is. But yeah, I had so much fun making this, and yeah, I honestly really enjoy how it finally turned out. Hopefully you guys like it as well. I think it's actually super cool. It's very contemporary. It's a very cool apartment build, and you obviously can add more or take out some stuff if you want to use one single apartment, or if you want to change it around, you can totally do that. It's very easy to change around and remake. But the apartments inside are all kind of very similar vibe. I decided to use more or less the same things, as if this was a big apartment building that was built by a company that also made the interior designing for each apartment. So it is very similar in style. There are the same kind of pieces of furniture, there is the same vibe and aesthetic. The thing that changes the most is the color schemes, especially in the bedrooms, which are all upstairs. There is 1 bedroom for each apartment and 1 bathroom for each apartment. They are all upstairs, while downstairs there is a big living area, living, dining and kitchen. And yeah, that was the idea behind this. It's small living, but kinda modern and contemporary, so it is probably on the a bit expensive side than the other small builds. But I guess it could be defined as a small build, considering it is 9 by, I don't know, 25, 30. So each room, it's like 9 by 9 more or less. But yeah, I think we could consider it small living because of the fact that each apartment it's not that big. The scale of the entire complex might be big for itself, but the inside it's not that large because of the fact there are 4 apartments inside. I think I kind of made myself, I kind of explained what I wanted to say, but also at the same time, I apologize if I'm being kind of rambling right now. I literally just woke up and just had to record this because of the fact that I need a video to post soonish. So yeah, I'm kind of rambly and kind of all over the place. But right now, you can see I'm choosing stuff to put in each bedroom. Again, as I said, keeping kind of the same style and aesthetic. Just changing the color and the designs maybe even, and a little bit the art kind of is different, I guess, but not really at the same time. I choose different paintings, but just to give a little bit more of the same aesthetic that I wanted. So here, this apartment on the far side is a bit darker, this one is a little bit on the greenish side, greenish blue. This one is very light and airy and very light colors, creams and beiges, and I struggle so hard to put this mirror in, and I decided to go with this one. And the last one is a very yellowish and greenish as well. So we have a little bit of the same vibe in all the apartments, but at the same time we are also, I don't know, having a little bit of differences. The bathrooms have all the same stuff inside, and again, the idea is if it is like a constructor creating these bathrooms and these apartments, all the bathrooms are gonna have the same appliances. I really hope all the bathrooms work. I don't know about, I mean, the 3x2 bathrooms on the 2 exterior apartments, which are the bigger apartments upstairs, they both totally work with no problems. Those here in the middle that are a little bit of a weird shape, I don't know if those work. So I really hope so. I really hope I move them around enough for Sim to squeeze through, but if they don't, you can still move them around or change the layout completely, whatever you want. I just wanted also to make it look good. I haven't tested anything. I don't really test my builds anymore. I used to do this when I did weird builds in the past, but I decided that I care more for the aesthetic than the functionality. So if it looks good and it doesn't disrupt your gameplay, you can still use other bathrooms or you can still move them around so it still works, then I don't really care. So yeah, I'm putting some other stuff in, some more decoration, some more stuff, and I really like how they turned out. I'm more in love with the upstairs than the downstairs. Since I did record this all in one bulk, without like stopping to freshen up or anything, I had, no, actually, yeah, I forgot, I did have a drink in the middle of this build. So I did have some water, I'm putting it out there. But yeah, I did it like all in a day. So it's kind of like, in the end, when I furnished the downstairs, I was a little bit like winded up, and I didn't really put as much effort into the downstairs than the upstairs. But at the same time, I do think the downstairs is still kind of cute. It's not the best part of the house. The best part of the house was clearly the upstairs, but I like it nonetheless. So that's good. Putting in some curtains, because curtains are lovely, and I decided to use the curtains upstairs. Here we are doing the downstairs. Again, the downstairs is gonna be similar, have similar color schemes from the upstairs, and they are overall similar in themselves with similar like pieces of furniture. Again, the idea is that somebody built this entire complex of apartment in one go and furnish it and anything so that it's ready for people to move in. So it's normal that they would have similar pieces of furniture in these houses and stuff like that. So this is one of the biggest apartments. The two of the either side of the complex build, those are the biggest ones, and this is the darkish colored one. And yeah, it's kind of like a little bit darker, a little bit, I don't know. I wouldn't say cooler because they literally are the same apartments, like with different layouts, different feels, but like the overall thing is the same. They all have a couch, that same table, they have a TV, and I don't know if I did put a computer in every apartment. That's something that I haven't checked and I don't remember really. But yeah, hopefully guys, if you need a computer you can put it in. So and I think that in every apartment the kitchen is gonna be in under the stairs. So if you're wondering where the kitchen is gonna be, yeah, it's under the stairs, and there is gonna be a fridge, a stove, a piece of what are they called? Cabinets, that's the word, those that I'm putting in right now, and I'm also taking out because I really didn't like them in the end. I went with this, and I think I do take out the big one at the side to put in something different, and maybe in the end I even take out the I don't remember I don't remember. We'll see because I'm gonna change it. Yeah, I took out the shelves that I scaled up and put them on top of that. This is the final version of this house. This is the light area house, and here at the back we have the other bigger, like quote-unquote bigger apartment. So yeah, you can see there is a little bit more space, but the layout is more or less the same from the other apartment, and basically there is the same stuff inside. So all of them have the TV, the bookcase, the plants, decoration, the table with 2 chairs. I figured that you really didn't need more than 2 chairs since it is like a 2-person apartment, because of the fact that we have only 1 bedroom with a 2 bed with like a king side bed. So you would only fit 2 Sims inside, obviously. Yeah, that's the idea behind it, and that's why there are only 2 chairs. Obviously, if you need more chairs, you can add 1 more without any problems, because you just need to clone it and put it on the other side of the table. That should be always free. Otherwise, if you need a little bit more chairs, you can figure out a little bit, moving probably around the kitchen, and you can probably add other chairs in without any problems. You can see here as well, putting in the table, the kitchens. We needed more counter space because I don't think they can reach the counter that it's like tucked under the stairs to cook on it. So all the kitchens needed another counter, and that is exactly what I did. I put in more counters, and yeah, putting in some carpets to finish off the touch. And I think we are going into the screenshots not too long. I don't think I did add much more, honestly, other than carpets, some more decoration here, because I figured that this apartment looked a little bit empty. And oh yeah, actually, wow, lots of decoration that I needed, because these apartments weren't really like finished. Yeah, a little bit more paintings and cool like stuff. I like this one. I really like the like quote-unquote airy and light one. I really like that one. And yeah, we're more or less done adding some alarms just to make sure that people don't die. And oh yeah, I almost forgot to put in bins. Yeah, I remember that. I went back and put in all the bins because I was like, oh my god, I didn't put any. And at this point I was like, yeah, the counter is not gonna work ever, so I'm gonna put decoration on top of that, and some umbrellas, and some decoration in the kitchen, in the counter that goes underneath. And I think all the kitchens also have a sink, which is great because I tend to not use sinks in kitchen in small builds because of the fact that you don't really need in the kitchen. If they have one in the bathroom, they can use that one, but for realistic sake, having one in the kitchen always looks best. So oh yeah, there is one thing that I hid in this build, And if you can find it, it's on the gallery. You can look through the entire build, and I added a little bubble bottle. So if you want to check that out and search it in the build, you can, let me know if you find it and tag me on Twitter or Instagram or anything in the social, all down below. These are the screenshots of it, guys. But it is hidden in this build, and it is for the searching for Simmuz challenge. I used that hashtag, so hopefully this James Turner is gonna see this build and maybe think about using it. It doesn't look great on the gallery because the thumbnail failed me and it only shows the side, which looks awful. But if you look it from the other side, that's actually kind of cool. And if you look for the bubbles, you can maybe find them somewhere in the house. They're hidden. Ooh, experiment, doing something fun and different. I really hope you guys like the entire build, and let me know what apartment is your favorite. Do you like the darker one, the lighter one, the green one, or the yellow one? These are the apartments that are in this build. And do you like the kind of overall aesthetic as well? Where would you live? Would you live in the 2, in the 0, in the 2, or in the 0? That's so much options. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Put on notification if you don't have already, to check out more videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you're having a great 2020, and I really hope you're gonna have a great 2020 overall throughout the entire year. Thank you so much for watching and for the support, and bye bye.